Pop my shit, yeah, I'm pop my shit. Nigga been having, you ain't got it like this. Young nigga be hating, you ain't got it like this. I know you see the thumbnail. I know y'all see the thumbnail. Crazy, right? But before we get into all that, man, welcome back to Uncommon Sense Podcast. I am Z the Alien, but like I said, on this channel, you just gonna call me Z. You dig what I'm saying? We keep it very plain and simple so everybody can understand. I'm gonna break it down to the smallest of molecule. I'm gonna break it down to the smallest of molecule. You get what I'm saying? So Z, Uncommon Sense, back with another video, and man, do you see the thumbnail, bro? That shit is real. This shit is real. You know what I mean? They are about to... Hold on. Before I'm going too fast. I'm taking y'all too fast. I'm not getting into no story until y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button, man. I ain't doing nothing. We ain't talking about no Purge in Chicago, Illinois. We ain't talking about nothing until you hit it. Go hit it. I'm gonna give you a little second. Go hit it. Yeah, now that we got that out the way, because you know we are on a road to 1,000, man. I need 1,000 subscribers, man. I hope you made that account. And if it's your first time here and you ain't got no YouTube account, bro, you're tripping. You're big time tripping, my guy. You hear me? You're tripping, man. Make that YouTube account. It's going to take 2 seconds. And please hit that subscribe, because this is the untapped in. Well, no, this is the Uncommon Sense Gang Mafia. Huh? Yeah, we all, you know, everybody else got a gang. Everybody else, the Bloods, the Crips, the Republicans, the Democrats, everybody else a gang. We might well be an Uncommon Sense gang over here. You hear what I'm talking about? So, like I was saying, man, now that you didn't hit that subscribe button, we finna talk about this Purge, man. We finna talk about this Purge. This shit is crazy. You hear what I'm saying? So, first of all, shout out to my boy Drastic, man. And go subscribe to this channel. He's on YouTube too. Market trapping. The boy got me. I got stocks. You hear me? I got stocks in some of the top companies. That's what he talk about on market trapping. But he been on top of his game lately. I cannot lie, because the boy has been sending me some real good stuff. Once again, I had a whole nother video planned, which I'm still finna do that. That's gonna drop today or tomorrow too. I might do a double whammy on y'all today. Pow pow. Yeah, so, but he sent me this. I had to slide it in. I started doing my research on it. It's a hot topic. Everybody talking about it. I even heard it this morning on the Breakfast Club. If y'all ain't heard, if y'all know nothing about this, man, the Purge type action is going on in Illinois or Chicago. Well, you know, the whole state is really doing it, where they're doing no more cash bonds. You dig what I'm saying? But see, I'm not finna bust it down. I got a lot to talk about on this subject. I'm not even finna bust it down right now. All I'm gonna say is this. This is what I want y'all to know on Uncommon Sense. This is how I want y'all to start tapping in. You must ask questions. So when he sent it to me, I'm like, what the fuck? What the oh, this going down. It's official. Then I started digging into it, and I found the cap. Yes, I am the cap exposer. I'm gonna find the cap in everything every time, because most of y'all don't do the research, but that's what I'm here for, to do the research for you, so we don't be capped down. And man, I found the cap in this Purge shit, and I'm finna bust it down. So before I even bust it down, let's just get caught up on what the fuck going on, because a lot of y'all don't even know what's going on. So I'm here to tell you. So let's just watch the video. First video, what's going on. Then I'll play you another video to reveal the cap. You dig what I'm saying?
I can't even begin to tell you how dangerous this act is. First, it was passed in the middle of the night with 40 minutes to read an 800-page bill, which is unacceptable.
Hold on. Remember what he just said, how he just came on here. Remember this, what he just said. It was passed in the middle of the night, and you only have 40 minutes to read a 800-page bill that he's here to be on a press conference to tell y'all about now. Pay attention to that part.
As of January 1st, 2023, the following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost drive to Alaska before we can even look for them. It denies victims their constitutional rights. And keep this in mind, businesses and homeowners. Officers will no longer be able to remove trespassers from your residence or your businesses. Someone could decide to live in your shed, and all we can do is give them a ticket. You have to decide what level of force is required to remove them and whether or not it's legal. This is a massive threat to the residents of Orland Park, Cook County, and Illinois.
Whew. Boy, alarming, right? Nigga, ring the alarms. When I saw that, heard that, I'm like, man, what the hell did the man just send me? What they doing? But like I said, once again, I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna be like, hold on, now that's just crazy. And then who are you? I ain't heard no officials come out and say it. I'm reading the badge on your shirt. You're just a police officer. Why are you reading this to me? Like, why are you the one? I don't get it. Who are you? I ain't never seen you. Why would a policeman be out here telling me this? Because y'all beefing. So let me show you the other side of what's really going on. I'm gonna show you where the cap lies. Not capitalize, where the cap lies. Where the cap lurks. Where it sneaks around because it's close by. It's always capped around. Somebody comes out and just say some crazy ass shit like that, and you start asking questions, my guy. Let's just show you what's going on the other end.
It's a new day, a new chapter. The healing starts now.
That's some of the reaction as Governor Pritzker signs off on major changes to the criminal justice system in Illinois. And many in law enforcement, they're not happy about it.
Many law enforcement are not happy about it. First of all, the man said they signed it in the middle of the night. I don't know if that looked like the middle of the night. It just said the 4 o'clock news. They inside the building. I can't see the sun up or not, but I'm from looking at it, that don't look like the middle of the night. You know, when people start saying weird shit like they did it, they mad. They're mad. So just know, Mr. Policeman who gave that list of the shit that they won't be able to do nothing about, he's mad at the Democrats because looking at that picture is a bunch of black Democrats around the governor. Okay, that fat man signing a stack of bills was the Illinois governor. You know what I mean? So he signed it happily with a bunch of black people around. So if it's the Purge, it's the Democrats who did it. And like I said, I don't get into that shit. I don't fuck with downside. That shit's stupid to me. The whole back and forth, whatever. But blame them if it's really a purge going on. But let's see what else going on.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Bradley.
And I'm Lourdes Duarte. We begin with our top story here tonight. Illinois will become the first state in the nation to eliminate pretrial cash bail.
That's just one part of this massive 700-page law that Governor Pritzker put his signature on this afternoon. Our political reporter, Taman Bradley, joins us with the story.
Ben and Lourdes, this sweeping new law is meant to reshape criminal justice and policing in Illinois. Democrats are holding it up high, while Republicans and many in law enforcement condemn it. The Criminal Justice and Police Reform Bill is the dream of the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus.
The Police Reform Bill.
In response to the killing of George Floyd and the protests that followed. With the stroke of a pen, Governor Pritzker made the reforms law, calling it a special occasion.
One that remarks a transformative step forward in Illinois' effort to lead the country in dismantling systemic racism.
It's February, and we're celebrating Black History Month. Black history is about monumental moments and movements that serve as catalysts for change. Today is both.
The centerpiece of the massive law, ending cash bail, almost everyone would be released from jail while awaiting trial unless a judge decides otherwise. The reforms also provide more rights for people accused of crimes and victims. People in police custody will be allowed to make 3 phone calls, while barriers are removed to help more people access the state's victims' compensation program. The police reforms are the most controversial measures. The legislation increases certification for officers, allows for complaints to be submitted anonymously, and mandates the use of body cameras. Officers would be held responsible for turning the body cam on.
He didn't tell you that part.
Concerned that this bill establishes a new criminal penalty for police officers who do not use their body cameras when they're required to by law. I believe that this bill actually makes us, as a state, the public, less safe.
In a statement, House Republican leader Jim Durkin said the governor's support of House Bill 3653 is an insult to our first responders.
He's a Republican. They're mad. They're always going back and forth, bro. Let's stay out of this shit, man.
And destruction from the criminal element. It's clear that Governor Pritzker does not understand this bill.
That don't look like he's at the middle of the night. I'm sorry. I just don't look like the middle of the night.
Citizens will not be safer because of this bill. But the governor says the law, which provides funding for police training, will in fact make Illinois safer.
Opponents of this law don't want any change, don't believe there is injustice in the system, and are preying upon fear of change to lie and fearmonger in defense of the status quo.
The reforms were backed by Attorney General Kwame Raoul and Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx, both Democrats. Lawmakers at today's signing admitted some aspects of the law will need to be cleaned up with future legislation. That's perhaps an acknowledgement that this was a pretty big piece of legislation to pass and get 100% right in the waning hours of the lame duck session. Lourdes and Ben.
There's a lot to it. Okay, Taman, thank you.
So it might have been late, but it was publicized. They act like this was a damn. So look, man. This is some shit going on between Republicans and Democrats, man. This man came out mad, heated about their reforming the police and what they can and can't do. And he took that and said all the shit he said. We can't get nobody off your property. We can't do nothing. They don't want us to do nothing. Like a little kid that be crying. And now I got the whole world on panic. And this is not new. This was signed in February of 2021. And it sprung from after George Floyd death. And it's black Democrats who's pushing it. And there's a white man that come out and put a stained name on it. That's what they do. They selling fear. They're throwing you off. It's he capping. Now, not saying ain't things changing, because they just said, man, some things in there that you're going to have to tweak and get right. But let me just bust it down to you what's going on. Say you get in trouble. Whatever crime, even all the crimes that he put on that list that say he can't do nothing about cap. You go do them crimes you want to see what happened to you. I'm saying this. You do a crime. I do a crime. Say it was petty theft. Okay. Instead of me going in there, getting out for petty theft, going in there and burning out for petty theft, and I'm back on the street till my court date come up, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be up to the judge to decide if I'm going back on the street or not. See, that's what the police don't like. Then they don't like the fact that they gotta wear body cameras, or it's going to be legal action takes against them. They don't like the fact that they get the person they arresting has more rights, or they get 3 calls mandatory, or they got to do this and they got more openness to the you're violating my rights thing. The police don't like that. They're mad about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they came out and say, man, no, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Somebody can live in your backyard. We can't do nothing but give him a ticket. It's on you to decide if you gonna what force you want to do. Man, don't let that man trick you. Talking about you decide what force. Nigga, you shoot that man because he living on your property. Guess what's gonna happen? Guess what that judge gonna say? Your ass is gonna stay in jail. So basically, you don't have the right to bond out no more. It's all up to the judge. To me, it gives the judge more power pre-trial. That's all it's doing, giving the judge more power pre-trial. And he's saying we're going to let more people out that has petty crime. Do you know how many people are in jail for just sitting there for shit like trespassing, and now they're just sitting in there caught up in the system? It's designed to let them people out. If it's petty enough, man, take your ass on, because really you in the way in this jail. But please believe me, All the people that deserve to be there, the judge ain't budging, okay? If you deserve to be there, your ass gonna be there and you're gonna stay there. And it ain't no gray area no more. It's not no getting in trouble and then bonding out and then coming to your court date. It's either when you get in trouble, the judge gonna be like, stay your ass here because you've been doing this crazy shit, or you can go on because you ain't really, you cool, okay, you got in trouble one time, you gone on. That's all it is. Ain't no purge gonna happen. I tell you what, my guys, my fellow Illinois, well, I ain't from there, but my people that live in Illinois, Chicago, Cook County, home motion, run your ass out there and do them crimes that that man said that they couldn't do nothing about if you want to, and see what happened to your ass. They're tricking you and they're selling you fear because the police is mad, because it is a police reform bill called the Safety Act. Look it up. If you look up Purge shit, it's all one type of thing. All you're gonna see is the white man buddy just hollering and screaming. And well, he ain't hollering and screaming, but he agitated. You tell he in the feeling. He mad. He in there feeling. And then look up the Safety Act. It's a whole different set of things that's gonna pull up, man. Don't let these folks just be telling us anything and we don't question nothing. That's my whole point. That's my whole point of uncommon sense. This is a perfect situation to use some uncommon sense on. Don't just go to your TikTok saying, oh, the purge coming. And then that's not what's literally happened. Go tap in and see what the fuck is really going on. Because when I initially seen it, I was like, oh, they tripping. Who would do this? And then I found out who would do it. It's a bunch of black people that's trying to help black people stop getting abused by the police. That's what it is. We got to stop getting capped down, man. Start using common sense in uncommon situations. If this is not the perfect uncommon situation, I don't know what is. Nope. They saying the purge is coming, and that is a cap. Don't let these folks trick you off the streets, talking about you can do some crimes that you can't. Yeah. But that's what we do on Uncommon Sense. So until then, man, please use some common sense, especially in this purge situation. Out of here.